Hello everyone, Phoenix Knight here. Welcome to the channel. As I mentioned when I got home earlier this morning, I actually had a few deliveries waiting for me. So we are going to crack these on the channel, including one of which that's got my Saturday afternoon game in it this week. Before we do that though, I wanted to show off a couple of my other Christmas gifts that my mom made for me, aka some of the yearly bribes she paid to get rid of me. So one of them was a new apron featuring my channel logo that we might see on Mystical Munchies. It's actually got some pockets in here as well, which is really cool, along with a big pocket around the channel logo. So very nice detail there. Just going to test it out. I might wear this one tomorrow. I don't know yet. Let me see just how well it ties, though. Yeah, I might give this one a wear tomorrow. Let me adjust the camera just a little bit. Okay. I'll take the apron off. And then we'll show off this gift. We're going to have to probably move the camera back quite a ways so we can catch all of this one. I'm going to get this box out of the way. So I can move the camera back a ways. In case you're wondering what this is, my mom does a lot of quilting. So what this is it looks like a lap quilt, something that I could put in my lap when I'm sitting at my desk. But it's got all kinds of images of phoenixes on it, including an image that she showed me quite a while back. It might be a little bit hard to see down here, but I'll bring this image up so you guys can see it. Soul of a dragon, heart of a phoenix. I think this was originally going to be the apron, but she decided to use my channel logo as the apron instead. So very cool quilt. That'll go into the living room as being a new lap quilt. Anyway, we'll give that a fold up. And then we'll crack open some of these deliveries. As we tip the camera down a bit. Voice is still a little bit raw from my demo game of season ticket baseball earlier this year. We'll start with this delivery from Noble Knight first. Actually, I'm going to take a quick drink as well before we see what's in here. Okay. So now let's see what's in here. All right, we've got a little bubble wrap in here. What I've got in here, though, it's another set of directions for ASG Golf. This should actually, wait a second. This is another set of the charts? Sure seems like it. Along with at least one player card, and wait a second. So yes, it is. Okay, so we've got a set of directions in here. Okay. Looks like it's all on single paper. We've actually got the Oak Hill course as well for ASG Golf. We've got all 18 holes there. We'll just give those a quick thumb through just to indicate that, yep, they're also out of order. So there's 4. let's look through them real quick. So we got 1, 2. This was supposed to be the Country Club of Jackson course. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 with a pretty nasty dog leg from the looks of it. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18. Looks like we had a couple player cards fall out as well. Andres Romero and Justin Rose. I think these are part of the all-time greats set. I'll check for those, though. Then we've got another full set of the charts. I'm not going to thumb... Okay, we've got... Wait a second. Looks like we've got another set of the... Looks like we've got another full set of the charts in here as well. We're not going to thumb through all of these, though. So yeah, it's another full set of the charts, along with what looks to be another set of the all-time greats. Yeah, I see Tiger Woods in here, so I think that's another set of the men's all-time greats. Yep. I'm just kind of thumbing through them off channel. But yeah, looks like that's what we've got there. So we'll get that out of the way. Like just another blank sheet of paper in there. Get that back in the Ziploc until I figure out what I want to do with it. Assuming it'll go back in. There we go. Okay. All right, then continuing into our first delivery, we've got the Chronicles of the Gatekeeper Adventure from Star Wars: Force and Destiny. We'll take this out of the Ziploc bag. The time of the Jedi is over, but their secrets remain. One such relic is the holocron of Suljo Ward, a Jedi Knight of old. The holocron's gatekeeper awaits disciples worthy to undertake a perilous journey of discovery and unlock the mysteries of the Force. We're not going to go through all of this, but it's another adventure that we can use for Star Wars: Force and Destiny, so that's very cool. Next in here, looks like we've got the screen. Looks like we've got a Game Master's screen for Dragon Age. Ooh. Got the art there for Dragon Age. And then everything here for everything that we would need. So that's very cool. Now I've got the actual screen that I can put up when I play Dragon Age on the channel. So that's very cool. And of course, we're greeted by the trade bonus from Noble Knight, but I think that's always good for... That's only good for first trade. Like I said, I'm very much past my first trade with Noble Knight. So that delivery is done. Next up, we've got another much bigger delivery. Another one from Noble Knight, though. So let's crack this and see what we've got in here. It's in this box that I really hate. I'm going to make sure I can get it open somewhat easily, though. Here we are. Okay, that tears off nice and easily. And in here we've got more bubble wrap. I did not know they even made bags this big. We'll get that out of the way though. And in here we've got the Loke Giant Book of Sci-Fi Battle Mats. 62 pages of battle mats for tabletop RPGs. And I'm trying to figure out how on earth I open this thing. Looks like I open it. Am I going to have to open this with a knife? I shouldn't. But I might have to. Yeah, I think we're going to have to cut this thing open. Yeah. All right. A little more. There we go. Okay. Now we should be able to tear it the rest of the way open. Okay. Here we go. So we've got another book of sci-fi themed battle maps. We'll give this a quick thumb through just to see what the maps look like. This is another set of maps I could use for 5 parsecs from home or Star Wars potentially. Got our space. Looks like a desert world. Probably an ice world. Like a... This could be almost like a space ritual site or something. A maze. There's a lot of theater of their mind that would go into creating some of these maps. Like a spaceport probably, or a futuristic town. That looks like a command terminal. Also a spaceport. Spaceport with some restricted areas. This could be like a cryogenics chamber on a ship. Maybe a ruined ship potentially. Another spaceport. Well, actually a lot of spaceports. Actually, this could be like a ventilation. No, like a vent room maybe. Well, a lot of spaceport maps in here potentially. A lot of it depends on whatever scene you're trying to set up. A command terminal, or actually, potentially a lobby. This could be your reception desk. Break rooms for employees, maybe. The only problem would be connecting the 2 rooms in here. Entry port on a desert planet. Space city. Maybe a starfield battle. Actually, this would definitely be a starfield battle between a planet and a moon. Definitely probably an orbit of a planet for a spaceship battle. Starfield. Another starfield. Starfield with asteroids. And empty square and hex battles. Okay, cool. So that can go in the library with the rest of the battle map books. And we'll bring in our last delivery, which is in a priority mailer. You guys know I hate these priority mailers. We've got a delivery here from ASG Games. This is the delivery that has Saturday afternoon's game in it. So let's crack this open and see what we've got in here. Again, you guys know my feelings on these priority mailers. Okay, in here, we'll pull this sheet. We'll pull this envelope out first to see. Okay, we need to keep that out of the way because we've got another golf course, GC of Houston for ASG Golf. So first hole, second, third with another dog leg on it. Fourth, also with a dog leg. Wow, a lot of dog legs. Fifth with a water hazard. Sixth. Seventh with a short par 3. Eighth looks like a monster of a hole. Ninth. 10th. 11th. 12th. 13th. 14th. 15th. 16th. 17th. And 18th. So that makes another course in the library for ASG Golf. What else we're going to be greeted by in this envelope, however, is also a set of fast action cards for Fall Classic Baseball. I've heard a lot of good things about Fall Classic, so I decided I was going to give that a shot. Actually, let me get this open so I can see what I think of the cards. I'm going to have to do something about organizing these, though. I also want to get a pair of scissors I can keep in here. These cards actually feel pretty good in the hand, even if they're a little bit on the big side. I don't think I'm going to get them in like magic size sleeves. So we've got our different sets of those. I will need to figure out some kind of organization method with those. And then on the back of them have the suicide squeezes, running with risk. Also some stuff with bases empty. I'm sure it'll make sense when I find a rule book in here. I thought there was something about, looks like on the button from the 54 chart. More of the fast action cards. And 2 more sets of those. So you probably guessed by now what Saturday's game is going to be. But I think this will hold the rest of that, the answer to that question. So looking in here, this mailer is going to open up this way. We've got Fall Classic Baseball from ASG Games. Manage baseball's greatest stars to see if you can win the pennant. And of course, not double-sided. We've got our quote-unquote rule book here, which I'm not going to thumb through all of this, but I will. Ugh, this drives me nuts. I wish this was all double-sided, but it's not. Okay, so I'm going to need to get some kind of binder to organize this, but what we've got in here, is the 2011 season for Fall Classic Baseball. I'm going to need to work on getting this organized, but tomorrow's Mystical Munchies should give me some opportunities to get that organized. So for a little bit of backstory on what's going on, you guys, if you're a regular on the channel, you guys know I'm in the middle of purging some of my inside pitch baseball seasons out of my collection. In fact, I actually just ordered another season earlier tonight. That's going to get caught in the crossfire. Excuse me. Throat's still a little bit raw. So I just ordered the 2019 season for Payoff Pitch Baseball earlier tonight. 2019 was another season I have an inside pitch, but that one's getting purged out of the collection. So I think what this is going to tell me is, so what I'm starting to determine here is, am I going to continue purging seasons of inside pitch from the collection? Well, I probably am going to continue purging. The question is, am I going to continue with with strategic purging, or am I going nuclear with this purge? Like, am I going to take inside pitch completely out of my collection? Because I might keep a few seasons of inside pitch around, but that's a game that I've always been of two minds about. Where on the one hand, I really like the narrative around inside pitch, but on the other hand, it has been such a pain in the neck to learn. So I'm not sure yet what I'm doing with inside pitch, but I am going to work on getting this organized so I can use it on Saturday afternoon. But that will do it for the small product unboxing. There's going to be a change in this month's Mystical Munchies for tomorrow morning. We're still making the dessert tomorrow, but instead we're making a recipe called Life of the Party, which looks to be fried dough balls, rather than the Heart and Soul Babka, which I'm very worried I'm going to screw up. Tomorrow afternoon, I finally figured out what we're playing. We're going to be playing Marvel Champions. And then Saturday, as I mentioned, is going to be a baseball day on the channel. As first in the morning, we're going to be going to 2011 for both games on Saturday, as we'll be playing first inside pitch baseball and in the morning, and then Fall Classic once I get this sorted in the afternoon. Thank you for watching the video. Please give the video actually, before we crack that open, I do want to get a feel for what these cards feel like. So let's go ahead. I think this will probably be a tomorrow project to try to get these sorted as fast as I can. But these cards, see if I can actually get them out. These cards actually feel pretty good in the hand. So we'll take a look, and we've got our teams. Looks like we've got batters here is what we've got. And then presumably there's going to be... Oh, I think I see how they do this. So it looks like they've got a few teams in here. Okay, this seems like it's going to be pretty easy to sort. So in here, so it looks like they've got batters along with the stadium cards. Then pitchers for same. So that should be fairly easy to sort out. Which I will have to get to work, which that'll actually make it very easy for me, unlike with Payoff Pitch, where it comes to you as just a total giant brick. So this seems like it should be pretty straightforward to get into. So we'll give Fall Classic a try. I'll give Fall Classic a try and see what I think once I get it sorted out, and we'll decide if I'm going to leave Fall Classic in the collection, or if I'm going to start moving more seasons in, or if I'm going to go ahead and keep Inside Pitch. Inside Pitch is one of those games I've always been of two minds about. So this is going to help me determine once and for all. Okay, am I going to continue purging strategically on Inside Pitch, or am I just going to drop the nuke on Inside Pitch and get it completely out of my collection? Anyway, with that slight ramble, I'm going to get this. It's not going to still end up in one of these. It's not going to still end up in this mailer. I got to figure out what I want to do with the rule book for Fall Classic. But it's probably going to be another binder, I'm thinking, with page protectors. But I'll have to figure that out a little bit later, and I'm going to get these sorted into one of my mailers. So I'm rambling a little bit, but once again, change of plans on Mystical Munchies tomorrow. This is not going in for me. See if I can slide that down a little bit further to get that. There we go. No. You're still not fitting. There we go. Got it. Okay. That took me a little while. So once again, tomorrow, Mystical Munchies is going to be changing. Still the dessert, still out of the Magic the Gathering Cuisines of the Multiverse cookbook, but we're doing Life of the Party instead of Heart and Soul Babka. Then Friday afternoon, we're playing Marvel Champions. Saturday is a baseball day, as we're doing Inside Pitch Baseball in the morning, and then Fall Classic Baseball in the afternoon. Thank you for watching the video. please give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Be sure to turn on notifications so you get my content. Be well, stay safe, take care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll be back with more videos in the future. Until then, take care, everyone.